typical morning here, early in the morning at 6:30 a.m. Then heading straight to the gym, pushing at least 150 kg on the leg press. You know, I have to beat all of those BBL allegations, which are not true, and I don't even know where they came from. And then ending the workout on the Stairmaster, sweating my ass off. So right now we're at the property which we advertised like about 2 days ago. The company that had it before had 0 viewings, and for us within like a few days we've already got 3 viewings booked with cash buyers. That just shows you when you market a property properly, you get the right eyeballs on the property. So I'm a big advocate of direct to vendor letters, but if you look at this hallway here of this auction property I have, there's so many letters scattered all over the place. So for certain opportunities, direct to vendors letters don't actually work. So I've said this before and I'll say it again. Right now, commercial property in city centres, key window of opportunity, they're cheaper than 4 times the rebuild cost at the moment. So commercial property in city centre is where you want to be, especially if there's been a load of investment going into the city centre for the future. Okay, so for the next adventure of our day, we're going to see a local estate agent. As I mentioned, local estate agents are great referral partners, but this one here, I've walked into his office like, let's say about like 3 times last year, never heard anything back, and then out of the blue I get a follow on Instagram, and then when I got a follow on Instagram I was like, yo, oh my god, wow! Like obviously I jumped on it, and so yeah, it works, the power of social media, guys. So just walking to them now. I'm not going to bait them out just yet. When we get business, then obviously we can put their branding on it. Wish me luck. So something that has put a spanner in the works for this commercial property is there's actually flats on top here. And if somebody wants to have a bar, they need an alcohol license, which is fine. However, the problem in this is the music license, because you don't really want to have blasting music when you're trying to sleep, and also people outside smoking and problems like that. So this one might prove a little bit trickier, but we're not afraid of challenges. We get them done, blast it out the park. No problem, we'll keep you informed. Good morning. So we're off to early morning Wednesday BNI. I was supposed to wake up at 5 a.m, but I woke up at 20 past 5, so I'm running late. And that's new for me, I'm never late. So see you at BNI.
Okay, you have won the door prize from Mr. Kosak, so congratulations, well done.
So for the next adventure of the day, we've come to see a local architect. Architects are really good business partners, because when people buy properties at auction, they need someone to work everything out, and also at the same time they know loads of people that want to buy. So yeah, we're in the industrial estate, come to see architect. I love being treated to coffees and biscuits, so whenever you see me, make sure you have coffee and biscuits. So we're going to our next viewing of the day, and the sun is shining. We feel happy, we feel good, we feel great. I hope you're all well. So we've just finished one of our viewings at our house that we've got on sale at auction. Very positive responses, loads of work to be done, but people that flip property, they like that element of it. It's already got a pre-auction offer. This is the good thing about auction, like you put the property on at an attractive price, it gets people interested. People tell you how much they would ideally offer for it, considering all the work that the property has, and before you know it, a deal can even be done before auction. So stay in touch, guys, for more auction content. So for the next part of the day, we are out on our walk. Try to do 10k steps a day. Now that it's spring, it's a lot easier. But I used to do this religiously, and it's really good, not just for your health but mentally. Some of my best ideas come when I'm out on a walk. Sometimes later on into the evening, you just want to work. You get stuck into your work and your laptop, and you don't really do the simple things that you know you are supposed to do. There's that saying, I can't remember what it is, but it's something like, when you create minimal changes, you have a huge impact, because it's the compound effect of all the little things that you do put together. Boom, result. Interesting story. On the weekend, my mom's friend's son's wife asked me, oh, do you ever face any racism, like doing what you do? And I thought that was a really interesting question, because the more I thought about it, I actually don't. Like the majority of my target audience are Asian. I've probably shown, in the time I've been having my auction business, maybe like 3 white people and 1 black person around investment properties. And one of the 3 white people, I found him and I called him because he had some storage containers in the land behind the property, so I thought he would be interested. So it's really interesting, like where you come from, you have different expectations of how you would be treated in business. For me, most people are Indian. I'm Indian. Most buyers speak Gujarati. I speak Gujarati. That could be because of the area that I'm in and the area which is my niche. But I've never faced any racism. I feel like I'm the perfect match and work really well with my target audience as well. But knowing where she comes from and her experiences in life, I can kind of gauge why she would think I would have those experiences. And I don't. And thank you, everybody that's a customer, for that pleasant experience of having your business. So where I live here in Leicester is a highly populated Asian area. This is a cinema, for example, and in this cinema, the majority only play like Indian, Hindi movies. And I guess this ties into the point that I was making before of how do you face any racism? No, I feel like the white person might feel like the odd one out here. So right now it's 5:41 a.m. and we're on the way to Solihull. We have business in Solihull. I'm a little bit tired, but not that tired. I'll probably wake up in the middle of the M69. See you in Birmingham. I then safely made it to Birmingham, and I had a meeting with someone called Boresh, and he has been thanked for £18 million worth of business. So what this means in BNI terms is that when you connect someone to an opportunity and they get the work, they then say thank you for the business, and he has been invoiced £18 million. How cool is that? So we're off to the next adventure of the day. We've got a meeting with someone else who wants to sell a property through auction. I then had a meeting with a local probate solicitor to speak about some new potential opportunities, which I'm always really grateful for. So I've got a property on sale for auction, and I was worrying because not that many people were interested. And normally I get about like 10, 20, 30 inquiries. This one I'd only had like 5 inquiries, and I was like, this is strange, this is weird. And then I started speaking to the team, and the team were like, don't worry about it. Normally 1 week before auction day is when the most inquiries come in. And I was like, yeah, damn, they're actually right. So for anybody interested, 1 week before the auction day is actually when we get the most inquiries, most viewings, most pre-auction offers, etc. But at the same time, we've had some good pre-auction offers already. So it's a bit of a hard one because sometimes you can take the pre-auction offer and it might be better than the auction day, or you can wait until auction day and you might get even more. You never know. It's always you got to be brave, and it's a risk, a calculated risk that you always have to take. Guys, we've got like a BNI takeover happening on Wixton Road. If you can see that sign there, that's Rishi from White House Estates. And if we look this way, we've got Daniel Ansel's sign. You can see that one there. And if we go further up down the road, is my property for sale. So yeah, here we've literally got a BNI takeover, BNI Hydra takeover in Wixton. How cool is that? So I have this principle, and that's speak to everyone and be kind to everyone. For me, I'll even chat to the local crackhead because he might even know where all the crack properties are. So I think...
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
So I think one of my morals in life is speak to everyone. You never know who knows who or who could help you, and a little bit of kindness sprinkled anywhere can take you very far. Then I thought, let me take myself on a solo date and have some chai before my next valuation. Hope you enjoyed this YouTube video. I'd love to make more just to track my progress and the progress of Aarti Auctions.